What's up, guys? It's your boy Casey, and I decided to make this quick video for what every Uber rideshare driver need in his or her car. And the reason why I decided to test the subject, I do have a lot of experience with this. Yes, I don't do it as a full-time anymore, but I did think that this, from my experience, I have a combined of 20,000 rides and close to coming up to 7 years. I don't do as a full-time. I still do as a part-time job. I think it's excellent. I think it's awesome. But not. So if you new to the platform, whatever it is, and come across this video, so I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna show you what every rideshare driver need at all time, based on my experience running to 20,000 and developing this. So the first thing I'm gonna start with, right here on my left, like I have enough napkin. I do have a lot of napkin over here for whatever reason. You need to blow your nose, your customer needs something. I do have a cologne, whatever choice of cologne. I do not use the trees, as you guys can see. I don't have them, and the reason why is that they do have a very strong smell, and they do get some people allergic to them. So this I spray a little bit. I have a little bit over here, spray on the air right there, that's it, or just around where the passenger sits, or here on the headrest, and we are good to go. The car, I always get a lot of compliments on this. You don't have to go the expensive route. You can go with, like, I found some on dollar store for like $10. It's just different and fresh, and many people not allergic to fragrance versus a cheaply smell of these things, the trees, or like the air freshener, and also a lot cheaper. This one is a must. And also I use it for another reason. Sometimes you have people who are not smelling the best, probably had a long day at work, and they have a BO smell or smell of medical marijuana as well. Get in a car and you have that lingering smell, and definitely the next passenger, when they get in your car, they assume you stink. So that helps a lot. So I do have that one too as well. Next thing, I do chew tobacco, so I have this one ready. I do want to remind you guys, be careful with vaping. Be careful with anything that, like a long driving as a Uber truck driver. Before you know it, you really been doing this for a very long time. Like, let's say you're vaping, before you know it, you've been vaping for like 3-4 years, and your health is gone, basically. So be careful what you're addicted to. I'm working on quitting this. So coming up to the next thing is this camera. I had to upgrade this camera to let me see. It get deactivated when come on, camera, come to life. Okay, so it does have dual. It have a front. It's very, like, understated. It's a night vision for the front and for the back. And I did used to have a normal, the one to the front only, but I got few claims and I needed to update them. And you will people who claim something, so your word versus theirs. For any services, gig services, usually they favor the passenger over the driver, because that's how they make their money. So with the help of these cameras, and you definitely have to remind you, if you put this in, you have to notify Uber and Lyft that you have a front facing camera, and also a camera that records inward, because that's a privacy BS. So you have to let them know about that. But with that being said, it's very helpful. It can protect you for, God forbids, traffic violation, especially when you are not on the wrong. So, and also the inward, it really, you're probably gonna use it more. In the 20,000 trips, I haven't used it at all, but just in case somebody says that you harass them, he or she words versus your word, okay? Definitely you're gonna lose unless you can provide some footage that proves otherwise. So, not drive or operate a vehicle for Uber or commercial vehicle without a camera. If you're wondering what type of camera this is, I am not sponsored by this camera. I bought it from whatchamacallit, from Best Buy. It's Cobra camera, like the company. Let me turn on the light over here. If you know the company that makes those radars for speed, and it's excellent. It records up to 8 hours, and if you want to see what's the quality of this footage, you can look up in my channel. You can look up in my channel the video that I updated when I had a drunk passengers in my car, and I end up hitting my car. You're gonna find it in the playlist, under the name of Rideshare Heroes. So, and I'll try to find a link for this one from Amazon. I believe they are on Amazon, and they can record up to 8 hours. They're excellent. They do have, and the cool thing, it doesn't show that it's recording inward, which is great, because not many people are gonna be like, "Oh, why are you recording me? I'm a good person. I don't do anything illegal to ruin your career." But honestly, guys, I would not operate a vehicle without this. Like, there's so many lunatics. I'm not gonna make it sound like everybody's a lunatic out there. The majority are nice, but all it takes is one or two bad ones for you to lose your access to your gig job. So this is a very, very important thing. So yeah, I had to. This one also records voices and all that. So the next thing, I always have this jug that I had it for almost 6 years now. I fill it with tea, believe it or not, green tea, and I'll be sipping on a lot of tea here and there, and that's about a gallon of water. I put a very little sugar here, and I do have, and you can put over here, and you're not abstracting anything, and you can still use this one. It's pretty clean here. I do have put my snacks over here. My snacks, if you wanna know what I eat and how I stay in shape, leave in a comment and I'll make a separate video, and I'll put this one down here. That's my snack. You cannot food, guys. Fast food is not cheap anymore, and if you're doing gig work, whether trucking or this, like, imagine you need like maybe 2 fast food meals. That's, you're looking at $30-$40 in a minute, like minimum $30, and now I'm spending about $30 in gas. So that's all, like, that's $60 in like $60 in like just food, and we're not factoring taxes and other things. Don't do it. You cannot afford it, unless you're making 7 figures and you're doing Uber and Lyft on the side. Yeah, you definitely do buy fast food. And also, besides, it's not healthy for your life. Yeah, so I do have my snacks here to stay hydrated. I drink so much water, like over a gallon a day. On the top of this, I do have water over here. I do have some extra in the back. I also have this charger that I also got from Amazon. I've tried to find a way to, and it has like basically all the common types of charging things, and I just hang it here for the rear passengers if they want to use it. And also it's very handy because I can charge my headphones, I can charge other auxiliary stuff with this thing as an extra. And of course, don't drive without a mount, guys. It's very cheap. Like, I got this one, it's like 20 bucks, cost me $20. It's a mount for your phone. Absolutely don't drive without it. You really need it. It's very handy. You just clip it in and it goes and sticks over here. Some people suction, make sure it doesn't block your vision. Another thing, so this is for the back passenger. Another thing you must have if you're doing it, I don't drive Uber full time, but if I do, again, make sure you have a seat cover or leatherette seats, something where you can have, like, for example, over here I forgot to mention that I have this in case you need to clean up. And I also always carry a plastic bag. It's all the way down here, just a normal plastic bag, like something like this one. A plastic bag, just a regular plastic bag. And the reason why, sometimes you're in a freeway and your passenger just gets sick, and you definitely can't stop in the middle of the highway. And trust me, last time I reported throw up, I got like $80 I think out of it. It's not even worth it, because sometimes you want to finish your quest. You want to hit your $300-$400, and this will set you back hours, and sometimes it can ruin your night, especially if you don't have what I'm gonna mention next, is the seat covers. I don't have seat covers. The previous vehicle, when I was doing it full time, I had at least this portion of the seat covered, especially if it's a cloth, especially if it's not dark colors. And you will thank me. Like, see over here, it's all exposed, but in my previous vehicle, at least this portion is covered. And why is that? Let me tell you something. Like, last night I was working, because like I said, I'm here in town to do my taxes, file my taxes, so I'm here in town. Believe it or not, somebody sat next to me, a POS human being, sat next to me. It's a grown man, but for some reason pissed his pants, and I didn't realize till he's gone and I ended the trip. So, and if you know, and you can go the reporting route. Oh my god, somebody pissed in my car. Rideshare companies will not compensate you for anything, because it's not visible. They'll be like, well, we cannot verify that. Somebody can probably spilled water and said this is the passenger did that, so they don't blame them for this, so you're not gonna get anything. But that can ruin basically your night. And also, for like, out of the 20,000 trips, I probably had 5 or 6 people pissing in my car without me knowing. And me having this seat cover saved me a lot of headache. Like, all you have to do is just wipe it with this, down with this, and you're good to go. I remember one time I had like 2 passengers with kids. They got out of the car. I had Chevy Impala, was in this car. Dude, literally a puddle of piss in the back. I had to, like, basically ruin my whole night. Just have a seat cover. Just have the seat cover, or just get a car with a leatherette. You really need a seat cover. And because look, if you're doing it full time, or you're doing 1,000, coming up to 1,000, 2,000, you're gonna run into some interesting stories, right? Cover it up. And I also had people where they just fall asleep and they spill their shit on my seat, of course, and then we have a puddle in the back, and then we have wet seats. Or for another example, people going, I remember when I first got my Toyota Camry, and it had the gray cloth seats. My first passengers, I picked them up at the swimming pool, and they were having like all their clothes were wet clothes, and they were sitting as all marked up in the back. And then the next passenger would be like, oh, it's wet, 1 star. Just cover it up from all this. Maybe it's raining outside. Please cover your seats, or get a car with the leatherette. And a little something like this, you can literally, somebody can throw up in your car, and you can get, like I have extra in my trunk of these, with the help of maybe a plastic bag, if he's responsible enough to notify you that he wants to throw up. So he throws up in the bag, get rid of this, maybe a little bit spraying and stuff. You're back on the road. Maybe you get the $80 on the top of the cleaning fee or whatever. But without this, your night is over. And you can fight with these people, whatever. You'll always remember, customer comes first before you. You piss them off, you complain too much, they deactivate you. It's very simple. So the final thing also I want to say, right here, I also have, I don't know if it's shown. Let me move this forward a little bit. This is a heavy duty, a plastic that I bought it, and I had it for like, this is a 4th car that I have this is on. It's basically all the dirt, people come and sit and stepped on dog poop coming to your car. This is a plastic. You can wash it up instead of they step on the original floor mat, and I like to keep them original and clean, untouchable. You can basically have thousands and thousands and thousands of customers without damaging your floor mats. These are very important, and they're very cheap. I usually don't have, I have for the front, but the front, most people will be sitting here. So they have this charger, will get you more 5 stars, then you know what to do with. And this one is 1 piece. You basically get it out, clean it. So if you have also a cover over here, you basically, somebody can throw up in your car, and you'll be good to go in 30 minutes. You clean up yourself, at night, or usually happens. You're not gonna basically ruin your night. And the final one, I know this is gonna get a lot of people pooping, crapping on me, is a piss bottle. Yes, a piss bottle, empty piss bottle. Do not leave it full. It will leak. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. I know. That is what it is. But you definitely need that one. So I learned back when I was in New York. So if you're in the great city of New York, you're gonna have to pay $12 for Starbucks so they can give you the pin to punch in to go use the bathroom. That's if you find parking. So basically, they assume you don't have a bladder, you don't piss or poop or anything. That thing is very important, because look what's the other options. Other options is basically trying to find a place to use the bathroom every time you have to go. That's not gonna be the case. Option 2, every time you need to use the bathroom, you drive 30-40 minutes to a place where you can use the bathroom. That's 40 minutes wasted. Option 3, break the law, find a corner and just piss, right? Option 4, which is the best one, have a bottle in case of emergency. I'm not saying if the bathroom is next to you, use the bottle. Don't. And then, use it and keep going. Like I can just pull into a parking lot, which is plenty. Make sure nobody's looking. Whip it out, do your thing, relieve yourself, and toss it. Not the bottle. I mean, toss the content of the bottle, of the piss. Just toss it. It's environment friendly. It's not a debris that you're leaving. It's not littering, as far as I'm concerned. And you're good to go. And you can reuse that bottle for eternity until you don't need that anymore. And that will make you a professional driver. Whether you're a truck driver, bus driver, well, bus, I don't know about bus driver because you can't do this in front of people, or Uber driver. Definitely these things are very important. So if you guys think of anything else that I probably left off, I tried to cover as many things to help you guys out there. If I left anything out and you guys know something else, or you have more questions and you want to know more things, please leave it in a comment below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.